Hello and welcome to Motors for the Masses, and today I bring you the full review on this, the new Royal Enfield Guerrilla 450. So let's roll the intro and get cracking. So a couple of days ago I brought you the first look video on this, and it's been received quite well. So today I thought I'd come back. Now I was supposed to come back later on in the week, but I got a message yesterday to say, look, we've stuck it on demo, do you want to come and ride it? And yes, I'll be there in the morning. So here we are. So this is the colour scheme that I prefer. Now I have showed you the colour schemes and the prices in the first look video, so I won't be talking about colour schemes and prices in this, but I will put a link to that video, which is this one here, in the description below, so you can pop along and have a look at what options are available. But I will talk about the features, and of course I've been out riding it and I will be riding it more. But to start with, let's look at those specs. Well, the engine is the same as that from the 450 Himalayan, being a 452cc 4-valve double overhead cam single cylinder engine, developing 39.5 brake horsepower and 29.5 pounds-foot of torque, which is said to do 83 miles to the gallon and produce 82 CO2s. 6-speed box, semi-dry sump, ride-by-wire throttle, nice chunky 43mm Showa right way up front forks, and rear monoshock. Of course, brakes are ABS, but you get a 310mm front disc with a double piston baby Brembo caliper and a 270mm rear disc with a single piston caliper. Wheels are 17-inch both ends, but you get a 120 front tyre and a 160 rear tyre using CEAT rubber. I've never had a problem with those. Bring it right into the modern age. Lights and indicators are LED, of course, on the front and on the rear. And can you tell where the rear lights are? Yes, they're built into the indicators. So there's your main lights, there's your brake lights, and here are your indicators. Fantastic, love that. Annoyingly, it comes with an offset dash. All digital, of course, but that's not on all models. Now, whilst I'm riding, I'll explain a bit more about that. However, I'll also see whether that offset dash is going to annoy me whilst I'm out on the road. And the petrol cap is also offset, and I'll see if that annoys me when I'm out on the road too. Little features I like, is something I mentioned in my first look video, is under the handlebars here you've got this nice neat little USB-C on a spring-loaded cap. I like that. Nice and neat. It's attention to detail like that that I really like about Royal Enfield. Size wise, it's not that different to a lot of vehicles these days. 2.14 meters long, 833mm wide, 1.1 meters tall. It weighs in at a very respectable wet weight of 184 kilos, so it's very manageable. But we'll find that out when we're out on the road. However, the seat height is only 780mm. Now, bearing in mind, I am a little bit down on the sand here. If I move it into a better position, so my foot's a bit more flatter. There we go, look. That's really simple. Very comfortable seat. Very comfortable indeed. Nice and boingy on the rear there. The rear suspension is not that bad, actually. I mean, it could be a little bit harsh from this point of view, but again, we'll find that out when we're out on the road as to how that spring and those forks manage the lumps and bumps of modern day riding in the UK at least. But yeah, very comfortable here. Feet up, got my knee tucked nicely in the tank there. Nothing's digging in me, nothing's digging in the sides, even with my feet down. I've got nothing digging in the sides at all. That's really nice. Now I'm 5'10.5" with a 31.5-inch inside leg, so you can see a person like me sitting on it, how that looks. Nice comfortable position, really good reach on the handlebars, great visibility out of the mirrors at the moment, but again we'll find that out when we're out in the real world, and hopefully they won't vibrate and buzz, but we'll check that out also. Switch gears are very simplistic but nicely made, I think. Oh, it is no, they are plastic. I thought they were perhaps cast, but they're not. They are plastic, but it's good quality plastic. It's not cheap. You've got rubberized buttons on here as well, very nice indeed. A horn. Yeah, it does horn stuff. And what's that there? Okay, ooh, what's this? Oh, you can change the dash. So come in here for a closer look. Okay, so this little toggle switch down here shows you what the options are on the dash, and I'll show you that in a second. And then you've got your home button here, which basically is like a back button as well. It takes you back through the options as well. So what are those options? Well, let's have a look. We've got appearance. Okay, what's that? Golden line. Golden line, okay. Outside temperature. All right. Okay, so there's the outside. 22 degrees. Is it really? Doesn't feel like it. Trip 1 and trip 2, and your odometer, which is your overall mileage. Background. Okay, so you can have a dark theme. Ooh, okay. Ooh, right. Or auto, so that will flip between night and day, I would say. Yeah, so that goes back to the light, brightness, screen type, analog, digital. Oh, okay, nice. Oh, right, okay, so you can have a digital dash or the analog looking dash, but in a digital kind of way. I like that. It's very traditional looking. Right, what else have we got? That's it on the options. I want to know what this golden line is. I don't know. I'm going to have to look that up. I'll put it in the subtitles below what golden line actually means. Then you've got your trip preferences, my vehicle. So then trip 1 and 2, fuel range, fuel consumption, battery gauge, when your service is due, your engine temperature, all kinds of things like that showing on the dash, and you can turn them off if you don't want them. System, clock, speed, distance, fuel consumption. What are we doing? Fuel consumption. Oh, right, okay. Miles per gallon UK, miles per gallon US, litres per 100 kilometre that they use in Europe and Asia, and kilometres per litre. Wow, there's lots of different options. Can you have that? No, you can't. Okay. So you can only have miles per gallon US and UK because it's in the UK. So I'm guessing in Europe it'll be programmed for the other sorts. That's very thoughtful of them, isn't it? Temperature, language and factory reset. So it's a pretty decent system. Now, as I said before, there are different dash options depending on the model you go for. There's only two different options. The base model gets the basic dash and the rest of them get this digital dash, but I'll talk more about that when I'm out riding. You've got your Google Maps played through your phone, through your Royal Enfield app, so there's an option for that. And as I say, it's different on the lower one than it is on the digital one, which is a full map that you see, whereas you've got the little tripper needles. This is the extra pod you can buy if you go for the base model. But again, I'll mention that. In fact, I think I've mentioned the different prices and the different models you get in my first look video, so I'll refer you to that again. There's only one base model with a couple of different options, and then the top four have the digital dash. Three different price ranges. So you've got the base model, then you've got the mid-range, which is the two colour ones, and then this colour, and the blue, Brava Blue I think they call it, is the top spec model, which is an extra 50 quid. But again, have a look at that video and you'll see the different options and colours that I've put in there. So look at that, it's amazing. They all come with a centre stand as well as a side stand. Great little feature, and yeah, I'm absolutely obsessed with the look. So let's get out on the road and see what it rides like. We'll do a bit of off-road as well, shall we? Hope they won't mind. Never mind, eh? Okay then, let's go. Oh, that's got some pull. Oh, it's quite torquey. Obviously the same engine and the same setup as the Himalayan 450. It's got a nice bit of pull. Right, let's see what the hill start is like. Familiar sound, as I say, because it sounds just like the Himalayan. And there was a van right up my back tyre. No dramas. Oh, especially when you get it in a second, it's got a nice bit of torque pull. Oh, it's very light clutch. Nice comfortable seat. 4th gear, 23 mile an hour. Very serene. Looking forward to getting out on the open roads to see what it does. And of course I've come the 20 mile an hour route, haven't I? We'll soon be out of that, but that gives me a chance to talk nicely about it and see what it's like at low speeds. 20 mile an hour in 3rd gear. Not juddering at all. Very simple. Nice positive gear change. As I say, very light clutch. And the bike feels really nimble, really light. There's nothing to it. As I said, 184 kilos wet is not bad at all. Now bearing in mind, of course, this bike's only done 34 miles so far, and that's because one of the guys there has bought this bike and agreed for it to be a demo, which is why it says on the tank here, Moonraker demo. But it's his actual bike, and it's the only way they can get demos at the moment is by shops putting for sale bikes on as demos, because Royal Enfield haven't budgeted for enough of them. Never mind, I've got one, and that's all that matters. Hello, hoverfly. Can I help you? Or was it a honeybee? One of the two. So yes, now I have to say there are different dash options, but it's not horrendous. You've got the digital dash here, which does come with the full map Google Maps option included on the top 4 models. So the 2 most expensive ones, the ribbon, which is this one, the ribbon yellow, and the blue, which is the sort of silvery white and blue, and the player black with the red and yellow stripes, and the, what was the other one? Oh yeah, the red and gold one. The smoke bike is the only one, oh, really? Is the only base model. That's the one that's 4,850, and that's the one that comes with the analog clock with the additional tripper direction sat-nav thing. All the rest come with this digital dash. The only thing I don't like is that it's offset. I can put up with it, it's not horrendous. You know, it's not like the cars I drive have got the dash right in the centre in front of your eyes. Some you've got rev counter there and speedo there, so it's not going to destroy me, and I can't see that out of my peripheral vision, the petrol flap, so it doesn't bother me either. If it was in my face it would annoy me, but it's not. Well, as I say, at these serene speeds, it's running it in nicely. Low speed balance, very simple. Yeah, easy to balance. Now I had heard some people that said when you let go of the handlebars, it tips to one side. So let's find that out, shall we? Tips to the right. Did it tip to the right there, or was that just the camber of the road? No, it doesn't, so I don't know what they're talking about. I wonder if they naturally lean to the right themselves and that's what's doing it. But no, I haven't had any issue with that. That's good. No, not even looking. What about him? No, nothing. Brilliant. Bollocks to both of you. Right, let's carry on. I'm going to stop this, get to the other side and start again, so see you in a minute. Right, so you do get 2 ride modes on this bike, performance and Eco. It's currently in performance. You've got ABS, as I said, but you can't switch it off. There's always a slow person in front of me. Come on. There we go. It'll go quicker, and when we get to the next bit of dual carriageway we'll see. I don't want to thrash it because at the end of the day it's only done a few miles. But into 6th gear, straight up to 70, no problem at all, and it definitely will go more, but I can hold it here very happily, no problems whatsoever. It's very well balanced. I'm not being blown around. I've got a tiny bit of a crosswind coming that way, and I'm not being blasted around one-handed. It's fairly sturdy, no issues whatsoever. No buzzing from the mirrors, no feedback from the handlebars, no feedback from the foot pegs, and the seat is very, very comfortable. In terms of visibility, I've got about 90% visibility from these mirrors, which is absolutely fine. I can see everything I need to see. If I want to go for an overtake, it'll certainly pull past, no dramas at all. As I say, I'm not going to thrash it because it is a new bike. It's now only done 40 miles. But it is very quiet. As I say, it's not buzzing even at these speeds at 70 mile an hour. If anything, I've got a tiny, and I mean tiny, little vibration between my legs. Hey, some might enjoy that. It's certainly not intrusive. Some might say not intrusive enough, but they would be weird. However, takes the corners no problem, bearing in mind, as I say, the new tyres. That's my fault. Oh, I see. So it does hold on to the revs a tiny bit. It wasn't my fault, it was holding on to the revs. But one, it's not run in yet, and two, you just got to roll off the revs, think about it, and change gear. No big drama. So I could easily pull past this, but I'm not going to because I don't want to thrash it. It's very well balanced, very simple, very comfortable. As a commuter bike, absolutely no problems whatsoever. Nice easy action on the switch gears. You can't use the menu and change between ride modes unless you're throttling off. If you're on the throttle, you won't be able to do that. So like now, it'll just say no, the mode change denied. If you roll off the throttle and then push it, oh, I'm going too fast, so it won't let me do it either. That's fine, we don't need to. Again, back to 50, nice and serene, really comfortable. It's so flickable. It's just so light and nimble. Very minimalist look with the handlebars, but as I said, you have got that nice little USB down there if you want to stick your phone on there and plug your USB in. That's quite nice and out of the way. It's a USB-C, as I said before, so that will do most modern Android phones. I don't know how iPhones work. I assume they've got a USB-C one end and then the iPhone plug the other end. Not sure, never been an iPhone user, never will be. But this is really, really simple. The design of the switch gears are good quality. Nice sort of rubberized buttons on here. The hazard flashes on there. Yeah, nice grips, soft enough. As I say, they're well designed so you don't get any negative feedback from them. And it's little things like this, a nice pot for your brake fluid, and well designed and well laid out wires, cables all neatly tucked away, nothing sort of visible that's ugly. And obviously you've got wires because it's a bike. But other than that, yeah. The dash, really simple. Rev counter, gear indicator, miles per hour, clock at the top there, temperature as well. It's currently 23 degrees apparently. Mileometer. Right, now coming up to some twistier roads, so we'll see what it's like on there. I will say actually, like now, 45 mile an hour in 6th is not the correct gear, because you open it up, you get a little bit of vibration. I would be in 5th here. Any gear after that, you probably want to be in the right gear for the right 10. So in the 30s, 3rd gear, in the 40s, 4th gear. So it's like 22nd gear, 30s, 3rd, yeah. And then in your 50s, 5th gear, yeah, and then you've got no vibration whatsoever, and that just pulls beautifully. I say I'm being very serene with the throttle. But it's just a floaty bike round corners. You can't even hear it now. It has been hit by the Euro 5 bug, of course, so it is quite quiet. It's got a little bit of a single cylinder thump when you're on idle. But yeah, this is very pleasurable. Takes the corners really easily, slots in around the corners very nicely indeed. So simple, very easy to ride. I'll tell you what, this will be an absolutely great first big bike if you're into the scrambler scene. Absolutely great, well priced, simple to ride, enough power, and just a great looker, and fun of course. And a bike should always be fun. Powers round corners without any issue. What a fantastic little machine. Oh, Royal Enfield, you've done it again. Now, I enjoyed the Hunter 350. That was a fun little bike, but it just not quite enough power for my liking. This, with that Himalayan engine, is just superb. The right amount of power for the style of bike it is. What a brilliant little bike. Absolutely brilliant. Great brakes. See, on the idle you've got that nice little throaty rumble. So simple to ride. Powers through the gears, no problem. Oh, hello. Great place to overtake, well done, on a corner. So as we not off-road, but a bit of light green laning, because this is what this bike will also be used for. Bit of grass, got to be careful because I say new tyres and it's still a little bit damp from last night's rain, but no problems whatsoever.
You may also notice something else I mentioned in that first look video is the deceptive tank. From here it looks nice and sleek and very lovely indeed, and I love the look of the tank. But from above it's very flat, which is unusual. I like that. It gives the sort of illusion of this massive tank, even though it's only 11 litre tank. It gives an illusion of this massive flat spread out tank. But from the side, very sleek. Love that. Sort of about the overall quality, let's have a closer look at that. I think Royal Enfield have got better and better in terms of the way they weld things together. The welds are okay, they're a little bit of lump on there, but they're not bad, they're not bad at all. I mean, it's sturdy enough. That's what I like about it as well. Nice big chunky subframe there. Nice, everything is really solid, and that's what I like about it. A nice chunky swing arm. It's all bolted together well enough, with the engine being an integral part of the solidity of the frame, keeping it together, the frame stopping here and then restarting again on this side, with the engine being part of that frame unit. So the frame itself doesn't continue under the bike like a lot of traditional bikes do. You do get a sump guard there. It is plastic, but I'm guessing it'll stop some stuff. This is not going to be an off-roady type bike, maybe a bit of green laning, I would say. But you do get a nice stainless steel exhaust throughout and a sound ruining box in the middle there, with this nice stainless stubby exhaust on the back. The rear hugger is plastic but functional, does what it's supposed to do, keeps the crap off the stuff that doesn't need crap on it. The plastics are minimal but solid enough, no, pretty decent. Yeah, I mean, that is just a little cover over there, but yeah, it doesn't really do much, but what it needs to do, it does. And the same with the front mudguard. You have got a plastic front mudguard, but it's solid enough, and that will keep any crap spilling into the bottom of that engine there. Perhaps you could do away with that if the sump guard comes further up the engine, perhaps. But yeah, I'm not a fan personally of this extender, but it's functional and I can see why they've got it. They've done a decent job of hiding the wires behind the headlight unit there. They're not sticking out. Everything is pretty solid and well held. The nice little covers on here just to hide anything ugly. But even saying that, looking down there, nothing looks out of place, nothing looks terrible, nothing looks cheap or nasty. It does look pretty decent, to be fair. I'm going to take a bit of a risk here, even though it's on the side stand on grass. This could be fun. Possibly a mistake. I'm going to get on the back. I don't want to put it on the centre stand because I don't think that'll work, but I'll put my foot on the floor. There we go. I mean, as a passenger, my posterior is on the seat. A smaller person would feel better, but it's still comfortable enough, that seat. You've got decent grab handles here, and you've even got a stick it on the stand handle, even though it's on this side. Why is it on that side? Oh, you've got one on this side as well, so that's quite handy for easy use getting on and off the centre stand. And things like this I like too, like little cover over the rear master cylinder there. Decent sized brake lever, good foot pegs, and everything just looks really well made, to be fair. Really good quality build. Now, even though I did say the prices are in the first look video I've got there, what I will say that the two main rivals for this, I would say, are the Honda CL500 Scrambler, and that is a lot more. That's over £1,000 more on top of this top spec Royal Enfield, and the Triumph 400X is £800 more than this top spec Royal Enfield. That's a big difference. That means you could get this, spec it out with all the extra gubbins that you possibly need, and still have change for plenty of fuel on your rides. I know what I'd rather spend my money on. And that brings me to the end of this episode of Motorbikes for the Masses. Thank you much for joining me. I'll be back next time with those two car videos. Don't turn off yet. I'm talking about the rally driving and the stunt driving. So that'll be interesting, won't it? And then, of course, I've got my trip to Birmingham to see Mutt Motorcycles, where I'll be doing 2 reviews on their new liquid-cooled motorcycles and a look round their premises. So stay tuned for that also. And, of course, lots more to come, as always. So please don't forget to like, subscribe and share, and click the notification bell for future uploads. And any comments you've got about this, please leave in the comment section below. Have you ridden this yet? Let me know what you think about it. Have you ridden this and the Rivals? What do you think about those? Have you ordered one yet? Do you like it enough? Do you not like it? If you don't like it, let me know in the comment section below also. And why don't you like it? Or why do you like it? And that's all I've got. So until next time, please ride and drive carefully, but have fun. Bye-bye.